Good afternoon. Paul Mayer, CEO of the Garland Chamber, welcoming you to our first of our monthly economic development updates. Got a lot to talk about, so I'll get right into it. A lot going on in Garland. You know, it seems like as we get closer to build-out, intellectually you'd think we'd be slowing down, but actually we're got quite a bit going on. We're going to start up north with probably the largest, not probably, the largest economic development project in Garland's 120-year history. Raging Wire, our data center, which is near completion, which when completely built out will be close to a 100 megawatt power user, and probably close to $1 billion worth of tax base. Huge economic driver. And what that's generating is interest in development along this Campbell Road development, Campbell Road area here. You're already seeing housing, apartments and retail going in there. You're seeing another project going in here at the Holford Road area here, which will be a mixed-use project. Coming down 190 to the Curtis Scoville Center, our latest hotel project is True by Hilton, which is under construction right now. This will probably take us closer to the 97–98% build out for all of Garland. This has been the last part of Garland's undeveloped land, and most of that's being spoken for by now. Those are some of the newest projects. As you come south, we come down to what has been our mainstay in our economic development history in Garland, which is our manufacturing community. And there's several great stories of our existing companies here. General Dynamics is going through a major expansion. New contracts for their products, causing them to build onto their transportation infrastructure to facilitate products coming in and out there. That's really exciting. They'll be adding quite a bit of new people in the next year. Kraft Foods continues to add folks for their new lines for the Lunchables. Reconfiguring that and building more of that product in Garland, Texas. One of our newest companies from South Korea, NutraBiotech, over here in the industrial park, is finishing up its liquid line. They've got their solid lines in. This is a pharmaceutical grade nutraceutical manufacturing company. It's a clean room operation, really exciting, a lot of high-tech machinery, a lot of high-tech employees that they're looking for. Mape, one of our mainstays in Garland, which is builds adhesives and grouts for the building industry, is going through a major expansion, just add another 85,000 square feet of distribution space, looking for a lot of new people in 2017. And you're going to hear that a lot as we go through the economic development. You can't talk about the development without talking about the need for how we're addressing the need for workforce. Coming in now from the macro to some of the smaller, going from large to smaller businesses and going into downtown. Several new projects going on, and I can't mention downtown without talking about Robert Smith. Those of you who've been around Garland for a length of time know Robert has a love for Garland. His family grew up here. He's grown up here. He's got several projects, and if you look at the things that are going on, in some way a lot of them are connected back to Robert. Intrinsic Smokehouse in Rupub, which was a Robert Smith property, which he's now sold to Cary, is going through a major expansion, been really anchor on the square. The Generator is going through new ownership with Near. They're doing extremely well. One of his other buildings houses an artist studio, a teaching studio, and party facility for our artists. Finders Keepers by Monica, which is the Robert Smith project, is another new business in downtown. One of Robert's latest acquisitions is a complex of businesses right across the railroad tracks on Main. The first tenant is an interesting addition to downtown. You wouldn't necessarily see a CEO of a Chamber of Commerce being excited about a tattoo parlor coming into their city, but when you look at specifics, how a building development plan that the city puts forth, the planning department put forth, the need for diversification, and the quality of the young artist that's going to be operating this, it made a lot of sense. And when you were at the council meeting, got unanimous approval from the Plan Commission and near unanimous approval at the City Council to bring in this kind of new business. It's another Robert Smith development downtown. The hidden gem of Garland's economic development is this old industrial area west of Jupiter. It's been around for a long, long time. Incubators used to be a very popular method of stimulating new business. Garland's incubator has been here since the 30s and 40s, this industrial park that now has older, more cost-effective space that's developing businesses. Texas Counterfeiters, which is not making artificial money, but making countertops for builders, is going through a major expansion. They started that industrial park. Label Designs, which is another small business, new area, which is using this space to develop their emerging business, and both are going through expansion. A lot going on, a whole lot going on, and we're going to be doing this on a monthly basis, so I'll fill in the gaps, and I'll mention this again at the end, but those of you that would like a more detailed description of what's going on, my contact information is at the bottom of this presentation. Don't hesitate to call. We'll sit down and have an in-depth conversation about what these projects means. The other thing that's going on is the expansion of our distribution capability. Two big new projects along this industrial park. Southeastern Freight built a major terminal. Old Dominion is in the final stages of getting their project on the ground. Several new warehouse projects are coming out of the ground. Leon Road, some others, really underscoring the need for manufacturing distribution space. A lot of conversation in the works about the redo of the Raytheon property. Can't talk about that specifically now, it's still in the works, but that's an exciting piece of redevelopment news, which going forward will be Garland's economic development story. You heard me mention the need for workforce. The Chamber has had a deep partnership with workforce entities, the school district, the community college, a lot of our specialty schools have gone for a very long time, because where we stand right now, we have a lot more jobs than we have people qualified to take those jobs. Our partnership with Richland is borne fruit in the form of grants. The two major grants, a $500,000 grant that's going to train about 321 people, an $804,000 grant that's going to train about 431 people. These are all aimed at our DCMA members, getting their folks ready or getting people ready to go to work for them. Additionally, the school has been working on grants for literacy. About 200, 300 people are working through adult literacy programs and a summer youth program. All of this is hoping to feed the need for people going to work in these companies. You can't have buildings without people in them, and you can't have people in them without skills. And so that's a big theme that we have going forward. I think in the time that's been allotted for this, I've probably touched on a lot of things, bringing you from north to all the way to the south to Industrial Park. The theme is that there's a lot going on. Even as we approach build out, what you'll see is a lot more emphasis on things like taking old buildings and making them new purpose. If you want to see the impact of an incubator project, go over and visit Lakewood Brewery and see that started in a very modest 10,000 square foot building and has morphed into 5 buildings along that street, and what it's done for the other tenants, other businesses along that street. So for right now, let me just close this and again invite you to come by and visit if you want more in depth. And thank you for your continued investment in our chamber and our economic development efforts. Look forward to 2017. Thanks.